See when this shows up.
Let's see. 9.21. What kind of work do you do for a living? The only question I got was, what do you do for a living?
Huh.
All right, so we're live.
That's great. It doesn't show up on mine yet.
Oh, well, no. We're live. It says live on, I meant in StreamYard, but
now we're live on YouTube.
yes, now we are live on YouTube.
So now, oh, Sean the Mouth. Welcome.
Yeah.
How are you?
Hey, Sean. I don't know why I just typed it, but I just wanted to make sure that was working. Okay, cool. Hi, Sean. Thanks for popping in. All right, so do we just want to start eating, and then as people ask questions?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. And not only that, we can just start chatting about different things. If people don't have questions, they may just be interested in our conversation.
Yeah, like what we have coming up on our schedules and whatnot.
Yeah. But for starters, why don't you tell us how you got started with all this?
I got started with this. Well, I guess there's two different sides. There's the one where, like you.
One more thing. I'm going to interrupt just for Sean's sake. We just decided that as long as we're talking, we're not rushing, so that we can talk to anybody that has any questions. But I've got close to 9 pounds of food, and Josh has got close to 11 pounds of food in front of him, and we're just going to see what we can't do to finish this off. In the meantime,
well, this weighed up to 9.2 pounds.
Okay. I did weigh my veggies, and I think 5.2. Mine was 8 1/4. If I want more, I've got more.
Yeah, I got some applesauce.
I think the difference in the weight, because mine was steamed, it loses some moisture, but yours is cooking the moisture out.
Yeah, mine was air fried, so.
Least favorite challenge. Okay.
Least favorite challenge. You want to go first with that, or do you not know?
So my least favorite challenge. No, I definitely know this one. It started out good, but it certainly didn't end up that way. But I happened to be visiting Colorado, and I will share that I haven't really traveled for challenges. But when I've been traveling with my wife and doing things, if there were challenges around, I went and got them. And so I happened to be in Colorado, and I found one. It was Machos Nachos was the challenge. It was supposed to be like 5 of their super nachos or something like that. It turned out it was probably closer to 8 to 10 of their super nachos. It came out in one of the giant catering trays, about 3 inches deep. It was layered with chips, beans, queso or cheese, guacamole, pico, more chips, more beans, more cheese, and it was just layer after layer after layer, and it was stacked up above the rim there. And I didn't finish it. I failed. I probably got 80% of the way through, but by the time I was finishing that, it really wasn't any good anymore at all. I was forcing that stuff down. And that was the one challenge that I was kind of in pain and just felt sick afterwards. Just it was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that does not sound fun. I'd say for me, one of my all-time worst is a challenge in Ohio at a place called Wild Eagle Saloon. They have a challenge there called the Haga Sutra Challenge, and I failed it the first time. The bacon on those burgers was like jerky.
Oh.
I just couldn't get it down. And so the next year I went back and reattempted it, and it was a completely different challenge. But instead of the bacon being like jerky, there was just so much of it. I'd say there was probably 3 to 4 pounds of bacon. It was ridiculous, but I finally beat it. It took me like 28 minutes, but I finally finished it, and I felt like garbage after that because of all that bacon.
Okay. I'm going to see how this next feature. That one didn't sound very good, and it's kind of interesting when the challenges change. Got another question. Welcome, Thomas, Leah, in the J vlog. Looks like we've also got Angie and Alicia. The next question was Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas Kane.
Capacity. And for me, I can say that I really don't know. I have failed challenges and been successful, and really it depends on what it is that we're eating. Like, I'm sure I'll finish all this, but if this were the nachos or a burger or something else, I probably wouldn't finish it. It would be too much for me. So consistently of anything, I'm going to guess it's probably somewhere around the 6.5 to 7 pounds at this point.
That is hard to gauge, because then you got to figure in liquid too. Like,
oh yeah,
on challenges that I don't need liquid, I can eat more, obviously. But if the challenge is very hard to get down and I need more liquid, it takes away from my food capacity. And like, there's been 8-pound challenges that I physically should have been able to do, but because of how much liquid I needed to get it down, I failed. So I guess for me to say safe, I would even say, if I'm being safe, I would say 7 to 8 pounds food capacity, depending on the food. But like you said, like with this stuff, I can eat 10, 11 pounds of it.
And that's a good point, because when I say, mine, it's usually that's with drinking things to eat it, kind of for any type of food. So Thomas has got the next one here as well. So what we do after the challenge, and I can say I'm thrilled. I've never thrown up intentionally or unintentionally. I've come close, but certainly don't throw up afterward intentionally. For me, I exercise a lot, trying to ensure that I burn off everything that I eat, and I don't do back-to-back challenges. I usually put a week at least in between, sometimes 2.
Same here. I don't reverse my challenges. I maybe have once or twice in the past, only because of who I was with, and they wanted to do more challenges, and I probably wouldn't give in again. I probably would just hold fast, but it was a challenge I'd been wanting to do, and so I ended up doing that, and I would say I regret it, but it is what it is. But as a general rule, I do not reverse.
An Alien Sea Monkey, I think I had my cursor over you before. Welcome. It's good to see you.
Yeah, let's say hi to some people. Hi, Leah. Hi, J Vlog. Hi, Angie. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Dea. Hi, J Vlog. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it.
And Angie, as far as the healthy eating, in between my challenges, like I said, I usually have a week, couple weeks in between. I'm very conscious and very disciplined as to what I eat. I'm always hungry. I limit what I eat, and I try to eat pretty healthy. I make my meals, certainly dinners. I may go out to lunch, but I try to find things that are pretty good for me, just to kind of offset the things that I do that probably aren't.
Yeah, I didn't touch on that.
Veggies too. Me too.
I
This is my typical salad bowl for every night for dinner. I fill this up and I have a salad, and that's my side salad to go with whatever else I eat.
Nice. For me, I don't do as much exercising other than I have a somewhat active job where I get a decent amount of physical activity in, but for the most part, I limit my challenges and I limit my calories throughout the week. I try to stay below 1,600 a day, usually hanging around 1,400, which is actually very low.
Yeah, I typically don't go that low, but active calories, tracking things, I'm usually up. I guess the active beyond just whatever you normally burn sedentary every day, usually up probably closer to 1,300, 1,400, and I have it in excess there just from exercise. I do exercise a lot. And I don't know if you heard us talking previously, but your question is do we purge? No, never have. Certainly not something that, if you heard Josh also, plan on making a practice of.
Yeah, we got some healthy eating tonight. Veggies and fruit.
The J-Vlog, watermelon. As far as salt on watermelon, I've tried it. I don't really care for it. And in the grand scheme of things, I really, I may put a little salt in a recipe if it calls for it, but I typically don't add salt to anything. I like the taste of my food the way it comes. Even the things that I have that I may add, chipotle pepper, I've got a lemon pepper, I've got just regular pepper, something like that. I'm not necessarily a big salt fan.
I'd say the same thing. I typically don't add any salt to anything. I've learned to appreciate the taste of food, and I guess it was an extra step, and it was something else to keep track of health wise and tracking your sodium and this and that. So I don't add any extra salt really to anything.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that. Talking to a doctor, your body regulates salt really well. And he just got me off the point where I really don't worry about it. It's not one of those things I'm interested in, but your body regulates salt really well. Those that have high blood pressure, salt can make it worse. It's not to say that it will, but if you don't have high blood pressure, salt doesn't cause it. So from that perspective, his advice to me really was, don't listen to what you hear about a lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff in the food pyramid and other things, they've learned a lot since then. And when I've had my blood work done, I've actually had sodium and chlorides low, even.
Huh.
Yep, it's back.
Yeah, what happened?
I have no idea. So, aliens, got a question, Josh? That one's for you. It's on screen.
Hey, Josh, remember in one of your comments or videos, you said that you're just winging this. Do you still feel this way? That was asked by Alien Sea Monkey. Winging, I mean, in regards to my channel, in regards to food challenges, like, I guess I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, like what I'm winging. But I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, I'm just learning as I'm going. Like, we brought up how I got started in all this to begin with, and I'd say it started with some local pancake challenges, some watching Matt Stone eat fruity pebbles, and then some Randy Santel. And after that, I just was like, hey, I'm going to start my own channel and put some of these videos out of me eating this stuff. And actually, some of the first few people I collabed with, two of them don't actively do challenges anymore. One of them was Ben. He's from France. And one was Julie Seffi. She was from Belgium. And then the other one was Max. And me and Max still collab to this day, and we're the best of friends. So I've made some good friends in this. So I wouldn't trade this for the world. I love my eating friends and the camaraderie we all have.
You want to start with Daya's next question?
What was it?
What is your favorite challenge?
Oh, didn't we do? Oh, favorite. We did worst. Favorite challenge. Wow.
Here, you want me to answer? I know mine.
The one I always say, I was just debating if it's still my favorite. I think it still is my favorite because breakfast challenges are my favorite, and I've not done that many of them, and I want to do more of them. My favorite breakfast challenge is at a place called Granny's Kitchen in Ohio. I forget the name of the town. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. But it was a challenge called Risk It for the Biscuit. And I think the only two people to have done it was me and Randy Santel. So they took it off their menu as that was the last I heard. But that is my favorite challenge. All
right. So for me, it's got to be a breakfast challenge as well. And I've had a few, 3 different places from my pancake challenges. They've been great. They've all been phenomenal. I enjoyed all of them. But Old Timers Cafe, I'll give them a shout out. Old Timers Cafe in Red River, New Mexico. Pancakes were great. I think they advertise it's 3 16-inch pancakes. They're big. I don't know what it weighs. But part of what made it so great is not only were the pancakes really good, the manager, the owner, super friendly, really fun place. I really enjoyed it, and getting to know them and talk to them probably helped. I actually set the record there and hit it off with the manager and the owner so well that they decided they're going to name the challenge after me. So it's now Eats Pancakes. Somebody beats the record, they'll rename it. But they've already invited me back to redo this again. So we've got plans next time there. We're going to re-baseline the challenge, make it bigger, add to it, and I will basically kick that off and start the new challenge with them. Now it's been fun. Not only was it great, but it's been really fun.
That is awesome.
Eli, how are you? It's good to see you here. Alicia,
yeah.
Let's see. Do you feel peer pressure that time, Josh, from the people that you were with when you reversed? Did you feel peer pressure?
It wasn't peer pressure. It was more that I wanted to do the challenges. Like, we were traveling, so it was far away. So it was like, it wasn't just like, oh, I can just come do this next weekend. It's like, yeah, well, I have to make another 2-hour trip here. So it wasn't necessarily peer pressure. It was like, yes, the people I was with, but more, I wanted to do this challenge, so I had to make it possible. So it was like a means to an end. So I definitely wouldn't do it again.
The grandkids are welcome.
That was a great question. Thanks, Alicia.
I put salt on caramel and honey. I've seen this about yellow mustard on watermelon. I don't know about that though. And I'm gonna say I don't know about any of that. Like I said before, I'm not necessarily a salt fan on a lot of things, and I don't think it belongs on fruit. And I love mustard. I don't. That's what I predominantly put on sandwiches, but not on watermelon.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put that on watermelon. I do put mustard on vegetables. Like I'll dip carrots or celery in mustard, but
I'll dip French fries, but not vegetables.
no, I love mustard.
Daya, what are your next challenges?
Well, you have one on Sunday, right?
I do. So for me, I'm gonna travel a few hours away here, but I have family in Austin, and nice. Out there, there's a Amiga challenge. They advertised it at 7 pounds when it came out. I'm not quite sure it was. It was big. It was one of the first challenges that I've done. In the grand scheme of things, I haven't done that many compared to a lot of people. I've done 20, failed 5. So I got about a 75% record. This was one that I failed. I think, though, I can eat more than I did. I've gotten faster than I was. And part of it with the migas, it was covered in cheese. It had pico de gallo and tortilla strips in it. And it had a bunch of refried beans and potato fries. And just how I ate it, it made it slower as the fries fell off. Tried to mix things in. And the cheese got cold. And I just couldn't, the hour time frame, I couldn't finish it all. So I think I've got a different strategy. I've been thinking about this. I'm going Sunday for a redemption. It should be a good time. My nephew went with me last time. He's not going to do it again. But I've got my niece coming as well, and she's considering actually doing it herself. This would be her first. She's never seen it. She has no idea how big it is. She's gonna be really, really surprised, never having done a challenge before. But nonetheless, she'll eat what she can. We'll all have a great time. And for me, I'm going for redemption. My goal is I'm going to finish that thing.
Well, we're definitely rooting for you. Me, as of this moment, the next challenge on my schedule is a brand new challenge that just started. Well, it didn't start actually until next Tuesday. It launches next Tuesday, and it's only 10 minutes from my house. It's a cheesesteak challenge. It's a cheesesteak, an order of fries, a cannoli, and a drink. You get 30 minutes to eat it. If you eat it, you get it's free. You get a T-shirt, and you're on the Wall of Fame. So I'm super excited for that one. 2-foot cheesesteak. I didn't say that. It's a 2-foot cheesesteak.
Oh wow! I'm looking forward to doing one of those in Dallas. I don't know how well I do. They advertise it as an 8-pound challenge.
That could be rough.
It looks good.
What? The only thing I'd say is watch your liquid intake.
Yeah, I know. And for me, I've picked of the 5 challenges that I failed. A couple of them have just really surprised me as to how big they were. I didn't expect it to be nearly the size that they were. A couple of them were more than they advertised, but there were some that I knew going into it I was going to fail. They looked good. The circumstances it was there. I enjoy this. I have fun. It's kind of an excuse. I love food to eat a lot, so I do them anyway. So this next one, Josh, I think is for you. Having a burger after the ice cream sandwiches. I can probably explain some of that as well.
Well, I did not reverse, of course, but what ended up happening was I filled up with the ice cream sandwiches. I filled up a lot with liquid on that, And on top of that, ice cream is more of a liquid. So I think I actually only ate I think it was like 4 pounds of ice cream sandwiches, if I remember back correctly. So I probably, between that and the liquid, was like over like 5 to 6 pounds, but give me 6-7 hours in between, I definitely had enough room to do like a 3-pound challenge. So that's how I because my capacity is around 8 pounds, 4 and 3, definitely within, plus with the digesting and going through some, gave me some room to complete another challenge. Now, I probably could have done that challenge quicker if I was on an empty stomach, but yeah, no reversing here.
So a couple more things I'll probably add to that. As I understand it, liquids and ice cream, for the most part, kind of a liquid. Liquids start to pass through your system within about 15 minutes. They don't necessarily get stuck from the digestion process. They can pass through pretty quick. Not only that, the ice cream sandwich challenge, it was only a 30-minute challenge. So it didn't necessarily push the capacity. I think I'll speak for Josh as well, but both of us could have eaten more of the ice cream sandwiches. Part of it was just being really cold, but from a volume standpoint, it wasn't, we weren't full.
Correct.
Let's see. Oops.
I got a question. They asked, how would I rate myself compared to other food challengers out there? Are we talking like challenge wise, capacity wise, or I mean, if I'm comparing myself, I would say I'm definitely more unique. I definitely, I try to not be like everyone else. I try to do my thing. I focus mostly on restaurant food challenges and connecting with other eaters and spending time getting to know them and whatnot. I'm not necessarily out there to make money. If I can get some money to help pay for the time that I put into this, that's great. But I'm not out there to make this necessarily a profession. I don't think I could ever be that good. I'm no Joey Chestnut.
I think part of it, there's the people that like food and enjoy doing the restaurant challenges. And then there's the people that go professional and do a lot of contests, competing with other people and compete for money and such. And those folks can eat a lot more typically and a lot faster.
Yes.
Gosh.
Oh, the J Vlog asked, oh, Scott, we missed Scott. Scott.
Oh, Scott Eats.
Yeah, Scott Eats. Thank you so much for popping in. We got a bunch of veggies and fruit, watermelon today. That's what's on the menu.
Oh.
Josh the Goat, when are you going to monetize the channel? Well, let me tell you something. It's not my choice. It is YouTube's choice. But I was checking it today, and basically what it comes down to is I need more watch time. But I don't know if you can see this, but I am at 3,500 out of 4,000 hours. I'm getting very close. So a couple more live streams with a bunch of people watching and more people watching and subscribing to my channel. And hopefully within the next month or two, I can become monetized. I'd love that.
I am so much further away. My wife would love that. I never really got into it for this either. But since I enjoy this, she's looking at this now. You know, how can we write some of this stuff off? How can we write off travel? You know, to go places, and then pay for part of it. Favorite food? I'll say for me, for meals, I love hamburgers. I just never get tired of them. I don't know that they're my favorite, but from a meal standpoint, I'm always up for a hamburger. Can only eat so many of them though, and try to eat a lot more veggies. But one other thing, I need veggies at just about every meal.
This is always a hard one for me. I usually end up just saying pizza because I literally love pizza, and so I'd much rather say a top 3. So I'd probably say pizza, Chinese food, or some kind of like a cheesesteak or a burger, like you said. Like burgers are just, it has to be a good burger though. Like I'm very, like, for me to say a burger is good, it has to be juicy. It has to have good toppings.
Yeah. Are you traveling to the UK this year, Josh?
I am traveling to the UK. My plan is to be there in July, the end of July. I have my flight scheduled for July 29th. I'll be there for a week. Planning to go on a road trip with Max up to Scotland.
That should be a fun trip. That should be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited for that.
All right. Kane, who do you both want to collab with? I don't know if I could go into that list here personally. It's a long list of a lot of people I'd love to sit down and eat with and do something with. I mean, it's a long list.
I'd say the same thing. I've been blessed to collab with a lot of people like the Notorious B.O.B. and Randy. But I'd say I've been wanting to collab with Scott Eats a lot. So he's top on my list, Scott Eats, and I'd love to meet up with Eli.
Yes. Both of them. Scott, I know you're still here. You're definitely on my list as well. Same thing with Eli. I don't think I keep up with either of them, but I'd have a blast trying.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Angie loves Mexican food. That's awesome. I do too. Yeah. Got a great Mexican food block away from me. Well, a block away from my neighborhood. I struggle though eating Mexican food outside of Texas because it's never the same.
There's some pretty good authentic places around here.
So, Alien Sea Monkey, regarding Jeff Esper. Yeah, speed has been very difficult to attain, and I think I absolutely believe that statement. With practice, you can get faster, and I've experienced that. But at the same time, I think there's going to be a limit. I'm only ever going to get so fast. I don't think I will ever be able to compete with the professionals as far as, how quickly they do things or eat things.
Yeah, I really like that statement. I resonate with that a lot. I I struggled since the beginning, always wondering like why I was so much slower than everyone else. And it's been a long journey. Every meal, every challenge, it's a new opportunity to try again, try different methods, do different things, and try to get faster. And it just takes time. But for us slow eaters, we're slowly getting there.
Old Guy Eats, you said you aren't pro, but you stomach train. I'll say to some degree, you can say yes, and to some degree, no. I sort of limit myself. I've never at home pushed myself to try to eat the maximum that I could possibly eat to really try to stretch and train my stomach. The only thing that I've really done is that I've come up where I know I'm going to have a really difficult challenge. I may eat a large meal a couple of days before, just so that, my stomach might be a little bit more prepared. But I don't regularly eat really large meals like this, and I have never actually tried to push myself to my limit. Now, there's been a couple restaurant challenges that probably took me right to the edge of my limit, but it wasn't from practicing or anything. That was the challenge.
The only thing I would add to that is stomach training doesn't make you a pro. Technically, the definition of pro is you make money doing it. But in the same sense, like my son plays baseball. He's not a pro. Yes, he plays baseball and he has practices, but that doesn't make him a pro baseball player. So like, yeah, we're doing some of the things that pro eaters do, but it doesn't make us a pro.
I even equate that to, golf's a big one. They've got those pro amateur tournaments, and there's amateurs that may win a tournament and they may win a little bit of money, and if they go enter one of the professional tournaments, they're not considered a pro if they won something. There are prizes versus actively making a living out of something, or having a regular income from something. Alicia, thank you for the well wishes for Sunday. Ultimate food challenge. Won't be eating for 3 days, not because of volume, because you might be a little sick.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's hilarious, but you know what? I'm sure it's pretty good. Thank you, Daya. Cheesesteak. Josh, you're gonna smash it.
Oh, thanks, Alicia. That's my goal.
Here we this next question a little bit before, but how do you keep from gaining weight? Look at the food. I mean, I look at the food and gain weight. Like I said, for me, in between meals, I am very disciplined. I track what I eat. I track my calorie intake. I try to eat pretty healthy. And I typically spread large challenges out a week to 2 weeks in between, up to I've had a month in between. And I exercise every single day. And it's typically about an hour and a half a day. I go to a CrossFit class. It's a combination between kickboxing and a CrossFit. I'm actually one of the instructors there. Great workout, high intensity. Even before that, I'll do light cardio. In between, I either run or I'm on an elliptical machine, depending on what the time is or what the weather is. But every single day, I'm doing something, and it's usually about an hour and a half.
Yeah, that definitely helps. For me, I'm just slightly active at work Monday through Friday, and then I'm watching everything I eat. Like Chris said, we track everything we eat. A lot of people don't track, like even when they're on a diet and they're tracking their stuff, they're not tracking everything. You got to track liquids, every liquid you drink. I mean, if you're drinking a iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, depending what you put in there, that could be up to 800 to 1,000 calories right there. So, I mean, you got to look at everything.
My liquids are easy. My primary drink is water, unsweetened iced tea. I've got a 0-calorie lemonade. Sometimes I'll add to my tea. My drinks don't add any calories. I predominantly drink water throughout the day, every day.
Same here. I'm 80%, 85% water, and then I have like some coffee. But you don't like coffee, right?
Not coffee. Unsweetened tea, though. I like that. A little S, welcome. Tuna salad challenge. That's an interesting one. I'd be down for that, though. I like tuna salad. Maddie, welcome. Sean the Mouth Eats, welcome. You can only keep 2 out of 3, Josh. Or 2 out of 3. Pizza, donuts, or cheeseburger. Which one are you to get rid of? I'd get rid of the donuts. I am not a big sweet person. Don't get me wrong. I like donuts, and when I get them, they're usually giant. I can't eat them all in one sitting. I just can't eat that much sugar and fried stuff in one sitting. It may be like 2 pounds versus something else, but I'm perfectly content. I wouldn't feel any loss if, donuts, cake, things like that were left out.
I'd probably drop the cheeseburger, honestly.
That'd be one I keep first. No, lose that one.
Yeah, the donuts. It's nice. I mean, are we saying like? I think into things too much, but like pizza and donuts. It's nice to have. Like, is this all we're eating? If it's just those 3 items, and I can only have 2, I'm gonna do pizza and donuts. That way, I have the sweet and the savory. But and there's always cheeseburger pizza. So
I'm still good without the donuts. Any weight goals for today's snack? I planned on just finishing what I have. I prepared. It turned out to be, with the veggies, they kind of shrunk down when cooking. It's about 8 1/4 pounds. I'm just going to eat this. In the end, I'll probably still have more fruit or something like that a little bit later. But this is all I was planning on tonight.
As for me, I was trying to at least hit 10 pounds. If I can get more, why not?
I told you, Josh. I've got another bowl full of watermelon still in my fridge, but I don't plan on digging into that. Some of it, because the watermelon is going to cause me to be 4 or 5 times a night going to the bathroom to, just because of all the liquid.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How long until you head to England to collab with Max again?
Well, I covered this a little earlier, but I am heading out July 29th.
Coming from Washington, D.C., all little S. Nice. I've only been out there probably 3 or 4 times, and always a great place to visit. I really like the National Zoo. Oh, wait a minute. So Sean the Mouth, dropping the one, meaning you can never eat the one you eliminate ever again.
Well, if it's that, then I have to drop the donuts, because there's tons of pizza and burger challenges, but there aren't many donut challenges.
Dave, flame grilled burgers. I'm down for that, definitely.
100%. Barbecue and burgers.
I appreciate that. Thanks. Definitely make it happen this summer. That would be awesome. Definitely. That would be awesome. And as far as my age, Scott, I'm 51. And there'd probably be a lot of people to say, why do you call yourself Old Guy Eats? It's really not that old. And personally, for me, I always think of it, I'm only as old as I feel. Some days may be older than others. But where that came from, I started a martial arts program probably 13, 14 years ago with my kids. My kids were younger. They wanted to do it. I watched them for a little bit and then thought that was one of the things that I could actually do with them versus standing on the sidelines and watching. So we all did that together. We all worked through, earned our black belts. They moved on to other things, scouts, band, orchestra in school, college, and other things that they're grown now. I stuck with the martial arts. So that's one of the classes that I teach, the CrossFit class. I'm one of the instructors, not the primary instructor. But I've continued on the martial arts training as well and continued to pursue that. So the last test I had for my last rank advancement, most of the school is kids, I'll say teenagers. And there were only a handful of adults in there. And so I was responsible for a group and some of the leadership in that. And that was around the time that I actually just started this channel that I was going through that last test. And we were the few adults that were in that, we sort of got known as the old guys. And so that name just sort of stuck, with them. I was one of the old guys. And so that just sort of became my name here, Old Guy Eats, because I was the one that liked to eat all the time.
That's a cool story.
Not because I'm really that. 51. Alicia wants to see that happen too, Scott. And when you make money from YouTube, consider yourself a pro, Josh.
No, because pro, I'd have to if I was making a living off of YouTube, I wouldn't even call myself a pro eater. I'd call myself a pro content creator.
So Thomas, what are your jobs outside of this? So for me, I managed an engineering team for a long time. I've been in aerospace, contractor to NASA. We were responsible for the spacesuits the astronauts did spacewalks in. I've now moved on to another company, and I've done a lot of different things. And I decided to take a job as one of the managers over the logistics team for a company. And we are in the process of building a commercial space station and next generation spacesuits to go along with it. So I have a lot of fun with it. Great.
Sounds like a lot of fun. As for me, I work in a warehouse for a off-road vehicle company. We make little repair kits for off-road vehicles. And so my day-to-day job is receiving shipments, putting shipments away, stocking shelves, making sure, you know, the inventory, it's called inventory control. So I work in inventory control day in and day, I guess you wouldn't say day in and day out, for my day job.
Find it hard you have to limit yourself from really low calorie being hungry. I'll say for me, it used to be, but I don't know what's going on with me. I'm always hungry. A lot of times, even after the challenges, my head is still telling me I'm hungry. So I just sort of got used to it. I manage what I eat every day. Even before I started doing these challenges, I was tracking my food and managing what I ate to kind of stay within the limits that I wanted to, so that I didn't gain a bunch of weight because I was always hungry. Used to it now.
Yeah, for me, I actually, before I started doing all these challenges, I actually had lost 50 pounds. So I kind of got another reason I got into this was kind of like, after I lost all that weight, I was scared to go to buffets. I was scared to do something because all the app I used to lose weight recommended to not reward yourself for hitting your weight goal with food. They said that's not a good idea to reward yourself with food. So I didn't. But I'd say like a month or two later, someone at my work recommended I just go and celebrate. Just go do something like that. Go to a buffet and enjoy yourself. So I did that. And then I just went right back onto my watching my calories and doing that one. I learned that doing one challenge or big meal a week, I could maintain my weight. And so that was an interesting find.
So Scott, which martial arts? It's a karate program. It's through Premier Martial Arts. They're a school that actually has school across the U.S. and internationally as well. I don't know if there are any in Canada or not. If I remember correctly, where you're from, but it's a great program. And at my school in particular, the guy who runs my school is the senior master instructor for all schools for internationally. So great set of leaders and instructors to learn from. At that school also, they've got black belt instructors in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've enjoyed that and have done some of that as well. In Krav Maga, it's another one of their programs that they do. Belt rank program for Krav Maga. That one's pretty fun also. Modern Arnis, I really love that one. At our school, at least in the Southwest United States, we've got the senior highest ranked instructor in the Southwest portion of the United States. Great program as well. Great martial art. It's a Filipino martial art, stick fighting as well as open hand, and that one's a lot of fun. I've learned a lot in that one as well when I was doing that. Trying to think of what else they have. They've got other things, women's self-defense programs and some other programs that they offer. But those are the primary instruction programs. Amazing achievement, Josh?
I think that's in reference to losing my 50 pounds, which I thank you very much, Alicia.
Diane, have fun. Thank you for stopping in.
Yes, thank you for popping in. We really appreciate your time.
Alicia, we sound like we have a lot of willpower. And to do this, I think that's necessary.
Yeah.
And like I said, I kind of got used to it. I was always hungry. And so long before I started doing this, I had to kind of watch and manage what I eat and what I do. And now I just tell people I exercise to eat. I exercise a lot more than I did before. I used to just kind of watch my food, manage that. Now I do that, but add more exercise so that I can eat more.
So you exercise more now that you eat like this than you did before?
Yeah. Or and I managed what I ate, but now I exercise more, and predominantly because I'm eating larger meals and I've got to make up for more.
That makes sense.
And I don't want to cut my food even more. So Josh, how many challenges have you done?
Like wins and losses?
Yeah. The real restaurant challenges, not necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah, I only keep track of restaurant challenges. I'm currently at 66 wins. I probably have like 4 or 5 fails that I haven't redeemed yet. I'm thinking 4 or 5. I know I redeemed 3 of them. One of them, the place isn't open anymore. They went out of business, so I can't redeem that one. But yeah, I'm currently at 66 restaurant challenge wins.
Okay.
Hoping to get 67 on Tuesday.
You'll get it. Alicia, overall, do you find you enjoy doing this and plan on doing it long term? I certainly enjoy it, largely because I really like and enjoy food, and this has been a lot of fun. People I meet have been great. As far as long term, as long as I'm having fun, I plan on continuing. I don't know what that time frame may be.
Yeah, I'd say that same. That's a good way to phrase it. As long as I'm having fun, I'm planning to keep doing it. Like he said, I don't really have a time frame, but
since it's not a job and we're not making money at it, it's not like we're counting on this for anything. I do it because I enjoy it, and if it's no longer fun, it just won't happen.
exactly. If it's not fun, why are you doing it? That reminds me of something Max said once. Someone had left a comment on one of his videos, like, or no, it wasn't that. No, he just he got up during a challenge to walk to the fridge, and he said something about he's not like going to purge or going to cheat or whatnot. And he said, if you think I'm cheating, why are you watching me? Like, so it's like, why are you watching me? Why are you even here? Like,
yeah, makes sense. Dave Log, Sambo. I'd never actually heard of it. I don't think that they offer that around me. But if it's like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I'm sure it's a lot of fun. And then Alicia is already looking forward to your 100th challenge celebration, doing something big.
I know. I'm hoping. I feel like 100 is like my. I know 100 is my lifetime goal. Like, I would, before I ever consider quitting, I'd love to at least get to 100. I'd feel good about that.
Scott, take care. Thank you for stopping in. I'm glad to have you.
Yes.
I'm looking forward. We'll hold you to it.
Yes. Hopefully we can collab this year. We finally caught up. How many people we got in here? 7? Wow.
I'm not sure where to actually find that number. Josh, you're not cheating, are you?
No, I'm not cheating.
After you said that, I just had to throw that in there.
I meant to have my personal YouTube channel and Luke's account going, and for some reason they weren't going. So that's a little disappointing. That's like free watch time that I missed, but I'll let them do the replay.
There you go. Did you break out from applesauce?
Yep, I broke out some applesauce. I'm getting pretty full.
I'm done here. I'll drink the watermelon juice.
Yeah, I drank the juice that was in my bowl, but the juice that was in the containers, I put in a cup. Yay. Oh, Alicia said, it's nice to see in both of our videos that you guys have really supportive families.
Oh, well, thank you. It is. That is definitely a benefit and certainly helps.
Yes, because I have some friends that are in this that their family is not very supportive, and it definitely makes things very complicated and not nice.
Yeah, family's amazing.
If there was a Japanese food challenge I could do on your behalf, what would it be?
Good question. I would suppose that sushi's probably the easiest answer, but I'm not sure that I. Maybe sushi. You know, predominantly because you could have a wide variety.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alicia. The watermelon and veggies, you know, a lot easier than you know, cakes or pizza or else.
Yes. Especially when pizza gets cold.
And what a quarter-inch layer of cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, you want some cheese?
Yeah, cold pizza's good for leftovers. Certainly, refrigerated cold pizza I like better than what would probably end up being room temperature pizza.
Yes.
And if it gets cold or even room temperature, from a challenge standpoint, I've done big ones like that, 2-person, but I learned from that. And the next time, can't eat it all that fast. Crust first before it gets hard.
Oh yeah. And before you start filling up.
Well, they wouldn't let us dip the crust in, like or anything else. So crust.
Oh wow.
Well, it's still soft.
Two pounds of applesauce. Oh.
Any food that we really hate and struggle to eat in challenges, like beard meats food and mushrooms. There are things that I would prefer not to have, but for me, I guess in general, I pick the challenges I want to do. And so I've always picked, you know, things that I like and I think I'm going to enjoy.
Yeah, because like when you're going into a challenge, you get excited for it. So like you wouldn't really get excited for something that you wouldn't want to eat.
Right. And I forget, there's been I think I'm trying to think of something like that, but in the grand scheme of things, I pick the challenges that I want to do. So I really haven't crossed something that I really struggle with eating because I don't like it.
Awesome work, Josh. Lots of food to get through. Yep. Yeah, let's see. 9, 10. That's technically 11.2 pounds. Albeit applesauce is kind of liquidy, but
It's okay. That's awesome. I know for me, I've got room to go and get the other bowl of watermelon out and start on that, but that wasn't my goal tonight to push myself as far as I can go.
Yeah.
I'm going to be up several times tonight as it is. I think the same thing, Alicia. Wow, I've never eaten that much. Haven't tried, but I'm pretty confident that I wouldn't get there either if I did.
Will you find it hard to eat the black pudding? No, I love black pudding. It's one of my favorite breakfast meats. I've never had haggis, though.
So what is haggis?
I don't remember. What is haggis?
According to Wikipedia, haggis is a savory pudding containing sheep's pluck, minced with onion, oatmeal, suet, spices, and salt, mixed with stock, and cooked while traditionally encased in the animal's stomach, though now an artificial casing is often used instead.
I missed one of the things that was one of the ingredients that sounded like sewage, and I know that's not what it is, but
Suet.
Okay.
Which I don't remember what that is. Suet. And I don't know what sheep's pluck is. What's pluck?
I don't know. The J-Law, North American food, fried liver. Ooh, that would be a challenge. Yes, yeah. I think that really would be a challenge, and that would not be one that I selected and did.
No. Unless there was like a $500 cash prize.
Yeah. Well, I haven't come across anything that I even was questioning whether I wanted to do that I didn't like because there was money or some other prize involved. I've been fortunate enough. I just pick the ones I want to do. Raquel, nice to see you.
Yes, hello. Thanks for popping in.
Now this has been fun.
Yeah, this was it's turned out great. Had a lot of people come out and watch, got a lot of good questions.
Yeah. It's been great getting to talk to everybody. We get comments here and there, and I enjoy seeing people's comments on videos and answering things. It was nice doing this. Look, it's the heart with the aorta and the lungs with trachea.
Oh, wow.
I would probably prefer not to have that. I'm not much of a fan of organs. And I suppose it depends on what it is. Like liver is intended to filter toxins. Why would anybody want to eat that? But the heart's a muscle. It's just tough.
Yeah.
I can't speak for lungs.
Yeah.
Plates of sushi.
I guess it depends how much is on the plate.
True. Still sounds like a lot of sushi.
Definitely. Yes, Alicia, I'm looking forward to loving the UK breakfast challenges.
You never know. Some of those might be a breakfast sandwich challenge.
There are some breakfast sandwich challenges.
I've got one that's probably an hour and a half away from me that I haven't gotten out there to go do it yet.
A breakfast sandwich or just a breakfast challenge?
It's a breakfast sandwich. It's a stacked sandwich. I saw it was a video that Joel Hansen did. And I think there's it's about 3.5 pounds with, I forget how many eggs and how many pieces of bacon and sausage and ham and cheese and other things just stacked up on like 8 pieces of bread or something. There's a 15-minute time limit. That's one of the things that scares me.
Yeah. Those even the 20-minute ones used to scare me.
I've seen how fast Joel is. Now, granted, he was talking some on his video, so I'm sure he could have eaten that faster. But when it took him half the time, I'm not half as fast. I'm slower than that.
Yeah.
So, and I know some of the sandwiches a little drier and harder to eat quickly and swallow quickly.
Yeah.
So Randy and Katina like haggis. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably like it. It's probably like kind of like when you think about what's in a hot dog.
Toasted Western omelet. I don't think I've ever had a toasted Western omelet. I'm not quite sure I even know what a toasted Western omelet is.
Yeah, I don't know what a toasted omelet is.
Unless it's an omelet that's on toast, I'm not quite sure I know what that is either.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if it is, I like omelets. Sounds like that would be good.
Could be delicious. All right. Well, how long is hour and like 15 minutes?
Is that how long it's been?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, you know what? Thank you, everybody, for all the questions. It made the time go by pretty quickly. I didn't even realize how long.
It definitely doesn't feel like an hour and 15 minutes.
No. Yeah, you don't always want to know what's in a hot dog, but they taste awesome.
Yeah.
Probably very true. You know? Can anybody hear my cat?
Oh, I can hear it.
Yeah, at least one of them. Here. Come here. She meows like this when she wants the attention, but then when I got up, took off to go play.
She's just playing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, any pets for you, Josh?
No. Just fish and a rabbit. I guess a rabbit counts as a pet, but oh, and hermit crabs. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second. Ah!
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not going to go grab my cat after all. She's just going to continue to talk to us, I guess. How do y'all like Josh's his backdrop? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with some pizza. All right, Alicia, another rabbit fan. It's good. No rabbits for me, but it sounds like Josh loves his also. Good pet. That's great. Okay, so the toasted Western omelet is the Western omelet on toast. That sounds great. Like a sandwich. That sounds really good. I certainly love the omelet, and I like sandwiches a lot. Put the omelet on some bread. That sounds really good. Really good. He's just going to sit over in the corner and stare at me. So J-Vlog, are you from Canada as well? Is that where you are? So here is one of my cats. This isn't the one that was talking so much. But I'm guessing she heard the other one and thought, maybe she needs to get in on some of the attention. Oh, nice. I've never been to Japan, but I've heard a lot of good things from people that have been there. That's one of their favorite places to go and visit. They love it there. That's great. Thank you, Alicia. Two cats and a dog. So she's decided she wants the attention now, and probably going to talk to us now also. So again, I really appreciate everybody joining us. A lot of great questions. I ended up probably everything on my list. I actually made a list of a few little topics just in case nobody really had any questions and there's a bunch of dead space and it was kind of silent, and figured I'm going to need something to go and kind of fill some of the dead space. But I'm not sure that as I read through this, I think you all asked everything that I had listed on there. So that's awesome. And some of the things that I was thinking that people might be interested in. So that's great. Arguments about Japan. Each region has a specialty, and they always fight who's the best, who's better. I can see that, and that's probably most places. The people that I've spoken with, most of them have been thrilled going to Tokyo. I can't speak for some of the other cities that they've been to that they really like, but they always just have referred to Japan kind of in general, that's one of their favorite places to go, that they just love it. So they always have a lot of fun. And from the States, I think it's hilarious when they come back with full body Pokemon suits as adults and other things, just because it seems to be common and readily available. And I don't know whether that was a thing to do, but it was comical to me. Well, Texas barbecue versus Memphis barbecue, it's not really much of a debate. We all know that the Texas barbecue is better. I like that argument. So what part of Japan are you living in, or have you been living in? And are you there because you enjoy it there, or did work or something else take you there? And as far as the barbecue, much like the donuts that I could probably pass on, Memphis barbecue, a lot of pork, and it's far sweeter barbecue sauce and other things that, really high sugar content in barbecue sauce doesn't necessarily belong.
Just catching up on some of these messages.
Yeah, Texas barbecue versus Memphis barbecue.
Ham, green pepper, onion, cheddar cheese on toast.
A Western omelet on toast.
Yeah. Western omelet with cheese on toast, because a Western omelet doesn't always have cheese.
Okay. What do you like, Texas barbecue versus Memphis barbecue?
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I know the difference.
Texas is a lot of beef. Now, don't get me wrong, it is pork and ribs and turkey and other things as well, but beef brisket's one of the primary staples for Texas barbecue. And, the barbecue sauce, you may find some sweet sauces and some spicy sauces and other things. The sauce is usually pretty thick. And Memphis is thick too. And there's other places in Tennessee or Virginia or something like that the sauce is like vinegar based and really thin. But Memphis is predominantly pork versus beef, and the sauce is really sweet, very high sugar content, really sweet barbecue sauce. And I would prefer not to have sauce so sweet.
Yeah.
And I certainly like brisket and some of the other things better.
So Texas wouldn't have brisket?
No, Texas is brisket.
Oh, Texas is brisket.
Yeah. Memphis may be more pulled pork or some other things, but
And ribs.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Texas has ribs too. And they'll do pork ribs and beef ribs, and they'll do pulled pork also, but that's not like the primary staple. And I'm sure in Memphis they do brisket also, but their primary staple is pork. I mean, kind of what helps to define it. Have I done any Texas barbecue challenges? No. Unfortunately, there are none around me to do. And I don't know about you, Josh, but barbecue challenges, I think they would be pretty hard since it's predominantly meat. They probably come with a side, but it's predominantly a whole bunch of meat, which is...
It can be hard.
A tough challenge.
A lot of it has to do with how it's cooked. I had a rib challenge when I was in London, and they were so tough and fatty. Like it just they were almost unedible. Like capacity wise, I should have been able to do it, and it got so hard to chew it that I just couldn't finish.
You see that. Oh, and J-Log's got a good point. Texas barbecue's a lot of rubs too, versus really just basting in sauce after more sauce after sauce.
Oh, then I would definitely lean more towards the Memphis. I'm a sauce guy.
I can put sauce on afterwards.
Oh, he's speaking mostly the cooking process.
Yeah. For that, it's the rubs that are in the cooking, because even when you've got the meat afterwards, people will put barbecue sauce on it, or some people may not. I know there's some pretty popular restaurants. One of them, at least in Texas, for many years, they were listed in the top 10 and oftentimes listed as one of the top 3, and they didn't even offer a sauce. They were so proud of their meats. It's you want the barbecue, you want the meat here. This is what I'm getting you. This is the taste of the meat. Don't hide it with something else.
I could see that. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. Although I think I missed your cat.
Well, yeah, I got 2 cats. One of them was talking up quite a bit, and then the other one came in. Was thinking that she may be missing out on some attention, and so she came in to get some attention.
Yeah, we have 2 goldfish. We have a betta fish. We have 5 hermit crabs and a rabbit.
A lot of aquarium pets.
Yes. They're a little easier to take care of.
Well, that's kind of debatable. I don't know if they're less effort, but I've known a lot of people that can't keep their fish alive.
It's been a process. We've gone through periods where we've had the same fish for like a long time, and then we had this issue where like we couldn't keep them alive for more than a month, and I'm like, what is going on? And now we've had these 2 for a good, I'd say 3-4 months now. And we have a pretty good process. We just, every 2 weeks, we change the filter out. And every 6 months, we change the whole tank of water. So.
Okay. So Alicia, as far as the ribs, meat that doesn't fall off the bone, I agree. And certainly in Texas, the ribs should be fall off the bone tender. That meat comes clean. But if I remember correctly, there are some regions in the U.S., and I can't speak for Memphis, where that's not the norm. They don't cook it low and low temperature for long periods of time to get that really, really tender meat to fall off the bone. And that's kind of normal for the region. But my preference, low and slow, long periods, fall off the bone tender.
I will second that.
Your favorite, more unknown eater, maybe someone on the rise.
Huh.
Yeah, that's an easy one. I watch a lot of Josh's videos.
Yeah, I would actually say the same. I mean, not me. I watch a lot of Chris's videos.
Videos also. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So, it was great, reached out and got in touch with each other to do some of these things, because I always thought his videos were great, entertaining. I think he's a great guy, and he's done some great challenges, and looked, really genuine that he was enjoying it and, having fun. So it always makes it better for me. So, when somebody's enjoying something, I like to watch it. So
Yeah, I've been super happy with being able to collab with you and figure out all these challenges, and we have more challenges lined up. Hopefully the one will pan out.
Let's hope so.
No news on that one?
So in competition, barbecue shouldn't fall off the bone. I did not know that. And is that because in competition, they don't have long enough they can't cook it long enough to get the meat that tender?
Huh.
That's interesting.
I guess I'm not a competition barbecue lover then.
Yeah, me neither. Need another collab with Cuba.
Oh, I know. I contacted him when someone commented and said we need another collab with Cuba. Maybe it might have been you. And I contacted him and he said he's not ready for any challenges.
Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, he must not be enjoying it.
Well, he's focused more on his I think he does a lot of what do you call it, like health and fitness and training, and
Okay.
I think he might be a personal trainer.
You know, the grandmaster at my martial arts school, one of the things that he tries to instill in everybody, and is better than or. You can do both.
True. Yeah.
Don't limit yourself. Certainly, if it's something that you enjoy. You know.
Yeah. As long as you're not you're like burning yourself out.
Right. I only have one bite to judge. They want some chew, fall off the bone, equals overcooked. That's interesting from a competition standpoint because, you know, nice and tender, fall off the bone to me isn't overcooked. That's cooked just right. But I understand where they're coming from if that's kind of what the judges look for and that's how they're judging something. So overall food challenge goals. Let's see. Win count, states, collabs. And in the grand scheme of things, I don't have any goals. Well, I take that back. So, like I said, I don't make any money at this. I'm just having fun. I first started doing this. My first challenge was kind of a fluke in figuring it out. It was a team building thing at work. A number of us decided we were going to go do it. None of us actually expected to finish it, and to my surprise and everyone else's, I did. And it got me wanting to try another. And 6 months later, somebody was saying, you should record this and put it online. You could make money. And my thought was, nah, that will never happen. But I'm having fun. Other people, if they enjoy it, then I'll go put it online. And I was thinking, well, if I ever got to the point someday that I made enough to pay for a meal or two, I'd feel like I really won. And
Yep.
At this point, it would be great to pay for some of the meals or to pay for some of the travel to go do some of that, but I don't necessarily, expect that. I'd love to be able to do that. So from a goal standpoint, that would be great. But I'm not trying to win a certain number. I'm not trying to get to so many states. There's a number of people that I'd love to do something with, simply because I think they're having fun too, and I am. So it would just be a good time. But outside of that, again, I don't have any numbers, time frames, anything else that I'm striving for. I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah, I said it earlier. I'd love to hit 100 challenge wins, but other than that, there's no real any kind of other goals. Like I'm not trying to do one challenge in every state or whatnot. And honestly, I'd be happy to collab with anyone. And I'd say the only person I definitely wanted to collab with was Randy, and I did that. So collab wise, I feel like I'm I don't know, at complete.
Matthew, welcome. Glad you showed up.
Yep, welcome, Matthew. Always happy to have your support.
Maybe we can judge a competition, and I'm assuming you mean barbecue competition. I'd be happy to. And the more people that enter, the more I get to eat. And I love barbecue. So, sounds good. Hi, man.
Dan Kennedy.
Nice. Welcome, Dan. Killer, I'm glad you showed up.
Why won't you collab with Killer Kennedy? Oh, we'll collab with you, of course.
Absolutely. I'd love to. Right off the bat, I can tell you I can't keep up, though.
Yeah, Dan is a hard one to keep up with.
Yes. Very few can, I think.
But he is great to have as a teammate.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dan, I think you as a teammate with anybody in team challenges can feel very confident that somebody can't pull their own weight. You'd have probably done it by yourself. It will be a win. One way or the other, it will be a win.
Yes, Dan does eat fast. I've collabed with Dan 4 times.
Dan, I'm amateur.
5 times. You are not an amateur. I've collabed with Dan 5 times.
That's awesome. Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Is that my mic?
I'm hearing it on my end. That's pretty scratchy. I don't know why, as to what the root cause is, but I'm hearing it on my speaker.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too. I might try to mute myself and unmute it.
Am I scratchy on this end?
Yes, yeah. Well, it's not you. It's like I think it's something else.
I'll tell you what. I will mute my speaker, and somebody else can tell me whether it's still happening. I think I can.
Yeah. Yeah, it stopped. I don't hear it anymore. I can eat like 4 pounds. Yeah, right, Dan. You can eat 4 pounds times 5. 4 times 5. You can eat 20 pounds. Just think back to our breakfast sub you ate. You carried my weight. I think one of the most epic things you ever did, Dan, was in your SpaghettiOs challenge when you were drinking them out of that DOS boot. You kept going, and then you'd puke, and then you'd keep going, and then you'd puke, and then you said something like, "I can't fit it in." Like I'm, like basically, you couldn't get any more in. You were full, and that was epic, and I'll always remember that. His home challenges are huge. He hasn't done a home challenge in a long time. And you used to go live at least once a week. You're falling behind a bit. Up your live game. I've been wanting to do there you are.
Yeah, well, I'm fixing something here. It was me.
StreamYard, yes. Yes, J-Vlog, we are on StreamYard. I actually redid that. Never posted it. You never posted it? Can you at least send me a link to it? I want to see it.
All right. So the problem with the audio?
It's fixed?
The battery died on my phone. My phone was about to die. And the battery was so low. The screen is facing the other direction. I'm on the rear camera. My phone is my camera. And so it's now plugged into a battery. But the phone died.
Oh, Dan's kitchen is still torn apart. Okay. I remember you saying something about your kitchen being torn apart. Well, I guess that means you're going to have to do your challenges on your front porch. Yeah, Dan, I was talking to Dan about his one SpaghettiOs challenge he did. And he said he redid it, but he never posted it.
Huh.
I said he's got to post it.
Absolutely.
Or at least send it to me so I can see it.
Hope that my phone is charging faster than the battery's being used.
Oh, it's the same phone?
Yeah. So yeah, I plugged it in, so
hopefully you can keep up.
We'll see.
How would you feel about doing a peanut butter and jelly sandwich challenge?
Me? Or are you talking
like us?
Peanut butter and jelly. I love peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, that's been on my to-do list for a while. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you make them, but I usually spread the peanut butter pretty thick because I love peanut butter. And I've seen some people, it looks like they want to just tint their bread with the peanut butter.
Yeah, right. Just one like
so thin. That's not me.
No, I need some contents.
Yeah, absolutely. And personally, I prefer chunky, but creamy's good too.
Oh, really? You're a chunky fan?
Yep. I like both. I prefer chunky.
I like both, would prefer creamy.
Huh. Huh, well, if we do that, you can have creamy, I'll have chunky. Because in the end, they won't be the same.
No.
Yeah.
Unless we bought those silly fake ones. What are they? Uncrustables?
I've never had one of those.
No, I should probably keep it that way.
Yeah, I think I will. I didn't even realize those were peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, those are peanut butter. And I guess they
Peanut-
call them PB&J.
Okay. I know I've seen boxes in the freezer section as I walk by, but never really paid attention to them. Half chunky, half creamy. That works.
Yeah, you could do one side chunky, one side creamy, and then the jelly in the middle.
Yeah, well, somewhat how I learned to make peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Jelly first, where you can spread it on one side, wipe the knife off on the other piece of bread, then you can use the same knife for the peanut butter and doesn't contaminate one versus the other.
Nice. Yeah, because once you do the peanut butter,
You don't go back to the jelly.
you can't go back to the jelly unless you wash it off.
Yeah. What is QQ? I was just going to ask you about that QQ.
I think it's eyes. I think it's supposed to be eyes or something. I think he was going to ask about the chunky versus creamy.
Ah,
That's my guess. That's how I took that.
okay.
All right. I think I wanted to show I had a here. This is the challenge. It's a ribeye cheesesteak challenge, a 2-foot ribeye, 1 order of fries, 1 cannoli, 1 drink, 30 minutes.
Okay. A 2-foot ribeye. That could be a lot of different things.
Yeah, it's a ribeye cheesesteak.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because someone commented on their post and said, I want to see a 2-foot ribeye.
Yeah. Oh,
And
quick question. QQ, quick question.
Oh, quick question. Jeff and me have an uncrustable record, 20 in a minute. Wow.
I have no idea how somebody does that.
Yeah.
It just blows me away. It's hard to even fathom.
Yep, I second that.
I watch y'all do things like that, and it baffles me.
Blows the mind.
Partially because I got to chew my food. I've never figured out how to take a bite and swallow it. I just, it takes time.
I've gotten a little better with that, but $30 isn't a long time, but I reckon you can do it. Yeah, I definitely think I can do that. I mean, there's a lot of variables, of course, with the meat and the bread, but
yeah. Well, and how wide is that bun or the bread? How big is that hoagie roll or something like that? They can actually fill it.
I had a picture of it somewhere. That was Facebook. See if I can find it real quick on their Facebook. There it is. Oh, these were the guys who kind of launched the challenge.
Okay, so it doesn't look like it's, overly stuffed. So that would be.
No, I don't think it's an overly stuffed steak. Like the ends of the rolls does not have a lot of meat in it at all. And the fries is a very small portion. But I'm looking forward to having a cannoli in a challenge. I don't think I've had a cannoli in any challenges before. I think the meat will be cooked very well, Alicia. It's a very upscale Italian market.
Sounds good. It'd be a good one. And when are you doing that?
Tuesday right after work.
I've got a lot of confidence in you. After seeing that, I think you'll be able to knock that out.
Yeah, I don't think I have any doubt that I'll be able to do it. Something major would have to, something unexpected come up, that I'm like, what? This is not part of the challenge.
Although, Dan, it's a 3-minute challenge for you.
Home cooked challenge: grilled cheese with mustard outside for deep browning.
That's an interesting one. I wouldn't say I would turn that away, but it's not something I had ever considered.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
But you decide you want to make up a hot ham and cheese or something like that, having mustard on it's good. So
yeah. Hot ham and cheese and mustard minus the ham.
Yep. That's okay. Just kind of the combination without the ham. I wouldn't say that would be bad. That may actually, it's got potential there. Never tried that.
The cannoli, Alicia says the cannoli should also be delicious too, then, being made in an authentic Italian restaurant. Yes.
Yeah, I would count on that. Unfortunately, I am probably at the end of my time here.
Well, yeah, it's been 2 hours now, so
I really appreciate everybody stopping in and joining us. It's been a lot of fun and really interesting talking to everybody, getting to hear your comments and feedback and being able to have this interaction.
Yes, this has been it's been better than I had anticipated. I thought this was going to be fun, but this turned out to be awesome. We had a lot of people come in. We've had some awesome people like Scott pop in, Sean the Mouth Eats. We just had Killer Kennedy pop in, and of course all our regular fans like Alien Sea Monkey and Alicia, J-Vlog. We could basically name everyone in here. Yeah. Angie. Even Leah, she popped in for a bit. Oh, and Eli, we can't forget Eli.
No.
Even Eli popped in and said, "Hey guys, great content."
Okay.
But yeah, it's been fun. It's been awesome. Thanks for doing this. This was all Chris's idea. Thanks to Chris for organizing this.
I had a blast. I know I've received a bunch of questions in the past and just thought it would be interesting and fun just to have that interaction and answer questions that people may have. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we covered a lot of them. Where we started, how we manage our challenges versus daily, like, and not gaining weight. So
I had, like I said, I had a list of notes just in case there was dead space and we could just talk and, you know, things to talk about that somebody might be interested in that I kind of read in the past. And we went through everything on my list. So,
oh, awesome.
Yeah. Well, I need to run. Again, really appreciate everybody here. So thank you very much.
Yes, I second that. Thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to you, Chris.
Thanks, Josh. Until our next, looking forward to it.
The goat is out.